At Domestic Angels, we've been helping people in their homes since 2002. We've been providing services from regular weekly cleans to spring cleans, end of tenancy to holiday home changeovers. But one of the services that we've provided over the years that we've all gained great satisfaction from is home help. Now, what is home help? Home help is a surrogate relative that goes in to help in a client's home and think for them. They're a companion. They're there to have a chat as much as do some cleaning. So the sorts of things they're going to think about are proactive things like, well, what's in the fridge? What's out of date? What could go in the bin? What birthdays are coming up? Well, what's on the calendar? I'll get the cards when I'm coming in next week or for the next visit, and make sure they go in the post on time. If you were taking care of an auntie or an uncle who live round the corner, it's that kind of service. Yes, we can do the domestic cleaning as well, but predominantly it's about stepping in for you on your behalf because you might live 100 miles away, or you just might not be local full stop, or not have the time. And I know we'd all like to have the time, but life does take over rather a lot. So, we've got loads of stories and reflections and learnings from the home help we've been able to provide over the years from some wonderful people who really were completely alone in this world. The closest relative was a second cousin twice removed who was adopted, through to people who had family locally, but they wanted to make sure that when they went to visit their relative, that the quality of time they had with the relative was complete 100% quality, that they were just engaging about seeing grandma or grandpa or uncle or auntie, not thinking better check the bin, better make sure that the laundry's out. And that's where we come in. So it kind of covers an awful lot of bases and is really very important. Now, we've noticed that the need and requests for home help has been gathering over the years, and it's something that we've really appreciated because, again, you see, we get so much satisfaction from it. However, something very significant has happened this year during 2020, which is that lockdown legitimised home help. Now, what do I mean by that? Home help is a provision that we're all familiar with, and I've just described, its best description is that it is a surrogate relative. It was a very common service provided many years ago. Well, many years ago makes me extremely old, but not so many decades ago. And everybody knew somebody who provided home help. It was a lady round the corner. It was somebody nearby going into somebody's house and helping for pin money. And the home help service rather stayed in that bracket, in that arena, that it was for pin money, it was casual labour, cash in hand, not above board. Within Domestic Angels, we pay our staff, so we never had that. We always took it forward. Now, lockdown has legitimised home help because suddenly there were vastly more people who were lonely in their homes, more relatives who needed help, more relatives wanting to know that their relatives were being looked after. Because of that, at Domestic Angels, we've responded to that need because we think it's going to keep growing in the same way, and we are very pleased to see that the overall society see it as a proper and legitimate service now. So what we've done is we have launched a formal Domestic Angels Home Helper Assessment Day, and during this assessment day, our existing angels and new recruits who are coming in who want to get involved with delivering this service are assessed on their communication abilities, their empathy, their thinking, their proactivity, all of those things that would make them a good home helper. And when they're successful, they're awarded a gold badge. I've got one here. Let's see if you can see it. I hope you can. And so if you see a domestic angel with one of these on, you know that they have been formally assessed to make sure that they will represent us well and deliver a good home help service. So this is great for Domestic Angels, but also great for the wider community, that home help is being formally recognised, is being spoken about a lot more, because some of the benefits that come around this is that people actually get to stay in their homes longer. And we've talked about this for so many years, about wanting to keep elderly people in their homes rather than going into a care home or assisted living. And having a home help in actually goes a long way to making sure that that dream becomes a reality. So to complement having a person in to do the housework, have a home helper in. It might be one and the same person, it might be two separate people, because then the home keeps running, the environment is hygienic, it's kind, it's interactive, it's social, it's all of those things that you would want. It takes away the loneliness, it takes away the grubbiness. It enables people to stay in their homes. So out of lockdown comes yet another positive, because we are spotting them between us all around the world from time to time. Might not always feel like it. Home help is the way forward for so many people. So please look out for those angels who have qualified and got their gold badge, and give them a bit of support as they go about their good business.